Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. It's Sunday, so we have some juicy campaign features lined up for us. And yeah, in this one we have a stamp on enlarge, where enlarge has with spoils, and with spoils means that when we gain this, we also gain a spoil. Spoils are those gold-like things that disappear from our deck after playing them. And then also our starting deck has been altered. We now start with, actually, let me show you this again, with 3 horses and 7 coppers instead of 3 estates and 7 coppers. And this means that our opening is going to be supercharged, that our gameplay will probably be much faster than usual, as we don't have to deal with those pesky estates and we can just immediately use those horses for draw to have essentially the opening we desire. And that's really nice, I guess. And overall, the kingdom looks like this. We have cards from all kinds of different expansions and also 2 cards that do something when they are trashed. In that fortress, when it's trashed, puts itself back into your hand, and trail, you can play it when it's trashed. So immediately you see the synergy with enlarge, where enlarge will allow you to gain a card costing up to two more when you trash a card. And if we then trash a fortress or a trail, then, well, we are really enlarging our kingdom quite well. Now, there's also a scheme for some reliability, allowing us to top deck, draw cards for the start of our turn, or also targets for enlarge, as enlarge can be a bit nasty in that it trashes at the start of your next turn. And that means you really want to have like one of those fortresses into your hand that you can trash, or one of the coppers, which we might want to get rid of. But another thing happening here is that we have Canal, and Canal, if we buy it for 7, during our turns, all cards cost 1 less. And this means that from the point on where we have acquired Canal, we will be able to trash the coppers with enlarge into silvers or into schemes, and that might be much more desirable than trashing them into estates. So yeah, there's that. And also, of course, the enlarge comes with spoils. Storyteller should be rather okay to good draw. Ironmonger is a nice utility card to help with cycling and get some village effects. I don't think we need the village effects that much, but still, it might be nice. And notably, if you reveal a trail with Ironmonger, you can just discard the trail and draw a card anyways, and also get the plus action. And yeah, also Forum Trail is a nice synergy I see here. Merchant Guild can rack up a lot of coffers if you gain a bunch of cards during your buy phase, which, especially with Canal, we might be able to facilitate. Early on, and also later on actually, Armory might be a nice thing to have a couple of, as it allows us to top deck or gain cards costing up to 4 onto the top of our deck. And early on, this might just be Ironmongers or even Trails if we want to play it non-terminally and need to get Trails into our deck. And later on, with Canal active, we might be able to gain Enlarges for Merchant Guild Storytellers. These are all great 5-cost cards. The Enlarges come with the spoils that I'm not super sure we really would need, but oh well, it's there. And spoils should be really good with Storyteller to have some big time draw. There's also some old VP in distant lands, so yeah, all of this tells me we should really build big here, build an armada. An armada of enlarges. We should build with a lot of fortresses, trails, ironmongers, armories. All of the cards look great here. Actually, there is no real dud in my opinion. And the kingdom plot does not really reflect that, as the thinning looks laughable, because enlarge is the only thinning. But since we already start with the 3 estates replaced by horses, we have a head start on thinning, essentially. And thus, yeah, we don't need that much more thinning. And also, yeah, with armory and enlarge, and especially enlarge and fortress and trail, we have a bunch of gains. The gains, the kingdom plot might even underestimate the ability to gain cards here. And fortress, trail, ironmonger, all are great villages, so we shouldn't be running into terminal space problems. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a fast one. Now, what do we open with here? I've thought about this a tiny bit, although my first inclination really was just to go to play this horse here with a 4 copper hand to hopefully draw at least 1 copper, leave 2 horses in the deck, and buy an enlarge. But the more I think about it, with the opening we have, it might be nice to just open Armory and then draw into the shuffle. Then we can play the Armory, top deck either another Armory or an Ironmonger, and get going that way. Actually, maybe top decking an Ironmonger might be better. So really, the worst opening you could face here would be the 2-5, with all of the horses in your first hand. Although even then you could just play one of the horses and buy an armory, and then on the next turn you'll have 3 coppers top decked, okay, but you're at least somewhat, you have the chance of finding another horse or the armory immediately as well. So yeah, I don't know. So armory looks great for the early game. Problem with enlarge also is, as I said, that it's not really that desirable to trash the coppers into estates. We much rather would like to hit canal first and then trash the coppers into the good stuff and into schemes for some reliability, and then also have fortresses in our deck or other targets that we could trash with the enlarge, and thus maybe delaying it here isn't all that bad. Yeah, I don't know. I would say we start this kingdom and go for this armory start. AI plays a horse and goes for the enlarge. I mean, enlarge is really fine, right? With the spoils, you also get some economy in. Now here, maybe we top deck actually another armory. We have another horse in there and buy an ironmonger. And then next turn we should be able to buy an enlarge. Yeah, I think I like that. If the armories collide, then yeah, let's play both of those horses. Then we can still, well, we could still play or gain a trail. And actually, that might be the best thing to do here, to just gain this trail, play it immediately, and draw this extra armory, and top deck an ironmonger there. Now here hitting canal would have been great as well, although I think if next turn our ironmongers find some of the coppers, we might hit 7 anyways, or with the spoils we get off the enlarge, we should be able to do so as well. So yeah, let's see. That's already great cycling here. And these armories want to be played as to gain us trails. Now let's really hope we find one of the, I don't know, if we find neither the spoils nor the trail to trash, but that means that the other trail is in those bottom 3 cards and we'll be able to trash it next turn. So we just get rid of one of the coppers into an estate and buy the second enlarge and get to hit canal here. Play this for probably another enlarge already, or Could also just be a trail. We really want to hit canal here, so maybe it really is just another trail. This enlarge can get rid of that trail as well and gain us yet another enlarge or a storyteller. Um, let's go for another enlarge here, and this is fine then. We do hit 7. Next turn we do get to get rid of coppers for schemes. Or we could get rid of this trail in order to... I think we do want to trash another trail here. Play this and top deck a storyteller with this armory here. I think we might need to put in a forum in order to try to activate some more trails for villages. Or this wants to be another enlarge would just rack up too much, too many spoils on the deck, which we cannot currently handle. But we will draw 5 cards off of this storyteller here, so that's really good. Do we want to keep this armory top decked? I think so. If we find another draw card, we can do the storyteller thing again. So yeah, exactly. We can top deck another storyteller here, play this forum, discard trail, whatever, and even turn this estate into a trail first, and just play... Wait, let's get rid of this trail in favor of another enlarge. Now we really can do so. Yeah, that looks great. Draw all of those cards up. Now here, of course, another armory would have been great for some reliability, but we can just... or actually we could... Since we have 3 enlarges in play now, it would be really nice to have a village top decked. So let's play this trail, gain a fortress, gain an armory, of course, and then play that to top deck a fortress. And then for the next turn, what should we gain? Gain here. I think I like just gaining yet another enlarge or another storyteller. Probably enlarge. And yeah, this is really moving fast. Yeah, maybe another storyteller, and we can gain enlarges off of this fortress top decked. But yeah, it's turn 6 and we already have so much stuff going on. 17 cards in the deck. Those armories with storytellers are really nice. And actually, let's play this trail to get the village effect. We do not need to trash this fortress yet, and this might already be a win this turn. We need to be a bit cognizant of piles. Yeah, we should trash this into a trail probably. Then top deck a storyteller, play this. I mean, we can keep this copper or we can just discard this. And what do we want to do here? I think we just go for drawing a few cards at this point and play this forum now. Probably discard. Now, of course, I do not want to bungle this up. But the question is how we don't bungle this up. we probably would like to in the end, empty armories and trails. Is that correct? Is that possible also? Um, we have two more armories in our deck and two more enlarges apart from this one. So it is going to be quite the stretch, especially draw-wise. But I think we need to go for it. We can discard this trail here. The fortress is still fodder for any enlarged business. So yeah, maybe we start by top decking an armory. And the thing is, I don't think we have the gains to buy out all 7 estates if we don't go for this armory stuff. Um, and thus, yeah, I think we just need to go for these kinds of things. Top deck another armory, which can just gain a... This is great, by the way, which can just gain another trail. Play that. Play that. Now we should be able to just play this trail as well and find the spoils, which is amazing. Now we're a bit out of draw. Could top deck a storyteller, trash this into a trail, and then do we have enough oomph for gaining all of those armories? I think we might be short on the terminal actions actually. Aye, this is so close, but yeah, I think we're out of actions. That's a problem. Like, hmm. Yeah, I think we should actually just set up this next turn. What is this last card here? Um, we've trashed one copper so far, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coppers, so that's not a copper. The last card. We've also drawn off all of our enlarges and armories, which we've gained at the start of the turn. Let me just try to really figure out. So we've played enlarge to gain enlarge. We've played enlarge to gain enlarge. We've played enlarge to trash a fortress to gain a trail. And so that at that point our discard pile was 2 enlarges, 2 spoils, which we've both drawn. And what else have we then gained? We've played the forum, drawing 2. So this last card should be a storyteller if we've discarded that. Okay, unless we've drawn it here after we shuffled. No, this last card should be a storyteller. Which means, yeah, which means that we won't be able to pile out this turn because we will only be able to gain um, hmm, we will only be able to gain this trail and then maybe 2 more armories, but we're just 1 short of... this is infuriating. Maybe I'm missing something, but really at this point we should just score. And scoring means probably gaining a distant lands off of this and drawing and playing set distant lands and probably turning one of the enlarges into a duchy and then buying a Another duchy. Yeah, this is scary now. You might actually lose this just because I've flown a bit too close to the sun. Um, but yeah, we need to do what we're doing here, I think, and see how this goes. AI gains a duchy. And we do find a fortress in this opening hand. And so in principle, we should be able to do good stuff here. Probably gaining those 2 more duchies. Yeah, this looks like a win now. Okay, just gaining 2. Actually, let me trash this to play it and gain another duchy. Actually, I should have done this with the first one already. Let's cantrip this storyteller, and already we have to win here. But oh me, oh my, this was a bit bungled. Please let me know whether I had found some sort, or whether I had some sort of win there and that I missed. Now, cantrip this, maybe not the greatest option, but yeah, okay, we do get to do this. And top deck, whatever, estates. Probably could have maxed out points even more here, but oof, this was kind of kind of yeah, exciting, and probably misplayed on the 7th turn there. But yeah, maybe we would have been able to do a little more had we had the forum found 1 more trail to discard for some extra village effect. But it was close in any case. I think we maneuvered this all right. AI also didn't play this all too badly. In the end, what saved us was the first player advantage again, just like yesterday, but not probably not as much as yesterday. And yeah, look at this deck. I mean, it's beautiful. Enlarges trails. We didn't even thin out that many coppers because we got the canal relatively late, and enlarge then had better targets in trails to go for that. Uh, yeah. Hmm. AI's deck also, to be fair, didn't have that much going on. It didn't have the armory stuff going for it, so it didn't threaten as much, but still, seeing it go for those duchies on its 7th turn was kind of scary. Yeah, in any case, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will try to catch you in the next one, whenever that might be. And until then, goodbye.